Hey everyone, Ed here from On My Turntable. Hope everybody is doing well. Putting out here another installment of my Play That 45 series where I focus on 80's picture sleeves. These are all 45s that I bought back in the day in junior high and high school. And I'm at the point now going through these where some of these songs I don't actually remember that well. So I'm putting them on the turntable again. Some of them are still pretty good, hold up, others less so. But enough about me. Let's go over there and start taking a look at this round of picture sleeves.
All right, so we'll begin this round of 80s picture sleeves starting with 1982 and the Pretenders, Back in the Chain Gang, a classic Pretenders track. And maybe not the intent at the time, but certainly the B side has become a classic in its own right. And of course, that is My City Was Gone. You've got Billy Bremner and Tony Butler filling in for the recently fired Pete Farden and the recently deceased Jim Honeyman Scott, who this is dedicated to down below. So Back in the Chain Gang with My City Was Gone, just a classic Pretenders, in my mind, double A side right there. Next up, you've got Depeche Mode, their initial big first success here in the US with People Are People. With the track on the B side, In Your Memory, I believe that was just off of the 12-inch single. I don't know if that's an LP track, but this is from 1984 release with Depeche Mode and People Are People right there. Pretty cool picture sleeve. Next up, Culture Club, Church of the Poison Mind, first single off of Color by Numbers. Culture Club picture sleeves is always a really just striking, very, very cool, lots of fun to look at, really colorful. Back is right here, giving old Helen Terry her props. She's a great voice on this record. And the B-side is a non-LP track called Mystery Boy. So Culture Club with Church of the Poison Mind. Fantastic. Scritti Politti, Perfect Way from Cupid and Psyche 85. There's the back right there. Green Guardside produced a lot of artists around this time as well. Chaka Khan is one that comes to mind. So for a while, his style and sound was pretty prominent over a lot of dance clubs here in the U.S. One that I had forgotten I had, Mike and the Mechanics with Mike Rutherford, of course, Silent Running from the movie On Dangerous Ground. I'm not going to read the text at the bottom verbatim, but feel free to take a moment to look at that. There might be some double entendre stuff going on there, but feel free to interpret that any way as you wish. So once again, Mike and the Mechanics, Silent Running. Here's the back side of the picture sleeve with Rutherford, Paul Carrick, Paul Young, and other associates. Cyndi Lauper, True Colors, off of the title track off of the LP. Nice picture sleeve right there. On the back is a non-LP track, I believe, called Heading for the Moon. Next up, we've got the Jets. I've got a crush on you. Played this everywhere back in the day. Took this 45 and a bunch of my 45s and all my 12 inches to various house parties since I was the DJ and played this to death. A lot of great song, a lot of great memories with this song. Just a fun time in high school for me. It always brings me back to that when I listen to this record. So the Jets, Crush on You. Same kind of memories with Janet Jackson. Debut single from Control, What Have You Done For Me Lately, right? Fantastic Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis track. This is what began it all. B-side Doesn't Know I'm Alive right here. Very cool. Next up, Artists United Against Apartheid, Sun City. So I recently just saw the Steven Van Zandt documentary on Max called Disciple, I believe it was called. And I spent a lot of time showing some really cool footage and folks in the studio putting this record and putting it together. Really, really fantastic. There were some people on here that I had no idea were part of this, like Stiv Bader, for example. I had no idea Stiv Bader was part of this super group here. Really, really great. Still a fun song, produced by Little Steven, and some would say the heavy hand of Arthur Baker, and I would agree when it came to the production. But still, a landmark record for a landmark time, and just a great cause right there. Sun City. Speaking of heavy-handed, and actually all that not memorable, which is a shame, is Mick Jagger and Ruthless People from the movie of the same name. So I had actually forgotten what this sounded like. I had to play it. And you'd think with all the people involved, Daryl Hall, Mick Jagger, Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics, you'd kind of think it'd be pretty good, and it's not. It's not bad. It's just kind of dull. And once again, suffers from that overproduction 80s style, which was in vogue at the time. Just too much drums, too noisy. Too much stuff going on, and let's face it, as cool as Mick Jagger is, even he back in the day could not pull off that 80s fashion, which was pretty terrible then in some cases, and certainly has not aged well now. But Mick Jagger and Ruthless People. Sticking with Daryl Hall, solo track Dreamtime, once again, him with Dave Stewart Hoping to co-produce with the lyrics on back. Once again, a fine song. I love Daryl Hall, but once again, in that Vogue mid-80s style of just overproduction, lots of swirls, echoes. It's just way over the top. But there's a good song in here, and I like it. It's catchy. But so there we have Daryl Hall and Dreamtime. Let's give Dave Stewart back where he belongs, and that is with Annie and Eurythmics. Here Comes the Rain Again. Once again, a very simple, very understated, and always effective Eurythmics 45 picture sleeves. A lot of their picture sleeves were really, really cool and just visually striking. Even something as low-key as this. B-side, Paint a Rumor, both from Touch. Very nice. Got to get in some Prince, of course. Prince and the Revolution with Kiss off of Parade. And of course, with Prince, it's all about the B-sides, Love or Money. There's Wendy Malvoin right there. I do believe the story goes is that he gave this song to Paisley Park band Maserati. They're credited here with the backing vocals. But once he heard what they were doing, he's like, you know what? That song is better than I thought. I'm going to take it back and finish it myself. So he did. But he kept their voices on in the background as well, which is a nice thing to do. So Prince and the Revolution with Kiss. Phenomenal. Madonna, Open Your Heart. Off of True Blue. All the Madonna picture sleeves, all the Madonna singles from True Blue are actually, the picture sleeves are really, really great. A very classy touch. Lyrics are on the back of pretty much all of them. Great Herb Ritz photography. And once again, I believe this song was farmed out to a couple of artists before it ended up in Madonna's camp. I think it went to Cyndi Lauper, I believe Michael Jackson as well. She made some changes to it, some edits, landed herself a writing credit as well. But it's a great Madonna track off of a great album, off just a phenomenal period for Madonna. If you were growing up in the 80s, Madonna was everywhere, and this was fantastic. So Open Your Heart. Tina Turner, same thing, Riding High with Private Dancer. Better Be Good to Me, probably my favorite track off of that album. I love this song. B-side, once again, a lot of her B-sides were non-LP tracks. This is the track called When I Was Young, which actually is an old Animals tune from 1967, written by Eric Burdon and one of the various members of the Animals at that time. So Tina Turner with Better Be Good to Me. Next we have, to me, what is the classic 80s montage track, Robert Tepper, No Easy Way Out from Rocky IV. Pretty much this song will go perfect for any type of montage, whether you're trying to win some sort of basketball game, a boxing match, lacrosse match, whatever you got going on. Put this on, and this is the perfect montage for any montage 80s sequence. So over the top, but it's catchy and it still works, and I like it. Robert Tepper with No Easy Way Out. Simple Minds, All the Things She Said, another single off of Once Upon a Time, with a live B-side of Don't You Forget About Me, recorded in Rotterdam. Coming to the end, folks. Information Society, What's on Your Mind, Pure Energy. Are they a one-hit wonder? I think they are. We used to play this song over and over and over again. I had a good buddy of mine that just would not take this off the tape deck, hence the 45 I ended up buying. I don't know why I did, but I did. But it's a great song. I love it. I'm not sure if they have any other hits, to my knowledge, but What's in Your Mind, Pure Energy, Information Society, still really good. Next up, Pete Townsend, Face to Face, from his LP White City from 1985. Another typical Pete Townsend, song and concept album where it's all about, the lost youth of England and teenage angst and blah, blah, blah. But Face to Face, it's a catchy song. It works. Chris Thomas produced. Pretty good. I had to go back and listen to it again. Once again, I kind of forgot what it sounded like or how to listen to it. So pretty good. Not bad. And lastly, this is one, for full disclosure, that yes, I bought it. Yes, I still own it. And it goes without saying, again, I like to say, once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. But I'm going to share it with you. And that is Rappin' Rodney by Rodney Dangerfield. Look, I love Rodney Dangerfield. Back to School, Easy Money, great movies, know them line for line. And I'm certainly not going to go back and play this again because without even having to listen to it, I'm sure it's aged really, really poorly. So I'll finish off with good old Rodney Dangerfield and Rappin' Rodney.
All right, hope you folks enjoyed that. I certainly had a lot of fun, as always, putting that together and showing off those 80s picture sleeves. Another episode will be coming up shortly. As I've said before, I have lots of 45s to show. So feel free to like and comment. I've had a great dialogue with some folks out there. The comments have really been enjoyable. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And until we meet again, as I always say, with everything going on out there, let's all take a moment to be kind to one another. Thanks, folks. Until next time.